Good morning, Enid. It is Thursday, January 7th. Happy New Year. We're so glad to see you. I hope you had a great Christmas and New Year. And we're excited to bring you a brand new show, a brand new year. I'm Steve Keim.
And I'm Ashley Keim. And we are so excited to be here. In 2016, we've got some new changes coming to the show, some exciting new things to show everybody. We're glad that the viewers are here this morning. And Enid, it is time to rise and shine.
Good morning, Enid. It's 7:31 on this Thursday, January 7th. Thank you for joining us. We survived a full year of Good Morning, Enid, and welcome Ashley to the set. So, Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. So excited to be here. Going to be here every week, hopefully, as long as Steve can tolerate it, I guess.
Well, we are open every week, so we hope you just kind of fit that in your schedule. A little weather for you today. Right now it's around 42 degrees, kind of foggy out. Was it foggy at your house?
Absolutely. I couldn't hardly see the road coming in.
Out there at the farm where I lived, I got out and I just couldn't see my wild rabbits. That's how foggy it was, because they're usually sitting there on the porch waiting for me to wake up and feed my wild rabbits. High today is going to be 51. And by the way, Ashley, we got a 30% chance of rain today.
I know, and I brought my umbrella.
Okay. So let's take a moment here to look at some of the statewide temps. If you're traveling across, Penn, thank you for putting that up for us. If you're traveling today, if you're going down past the city all the way to around Lawton, you can see the high today is going to be 46. Now, high today is going to be 51, they said, for Enid today. But right now, you can see the temperatures across the state. Of course, it's colder out in the Panhandle like it typically is, 28. Then you go all the way down to the southeast part of the state, and right now it's 47. So that's what it looks like right now across the state. Ashley, how about the 3-day forecast? You got big plans for the weekend? It's going to be
No, my big plans are we are going to stay home and just kind of detox after the Christmas holidays. You know, it looks like it is getting colder this weekend, though. Going to drop down to the 30s.
I didn't notice
maybe some snow. So we're definitely going to be camping in the living room this weekend.
Yeah, okay. And I think there was some rain in the eastern part of the state. And again, in case you're leaving Enid today and traveling, let's see if we can have the radar up, maybe. There we go. You can see all the rain that moved over to the eastern part of the state today. So right now, I think we're pretty safe, even though we've got a 30% chance of rain for today.
It was misting a little bit when I was coming into town.
I think that's just that fog cloud that was just hanging over. It was really, really foggy out. So.
Very.
Well, we trust everybody had a new year. It's just amazing. We started the show, I think, January 5th or 6th of last year, and here 50-some shows later. So anyway, we're excited to start year number 2 with you. So.
Absolutely. So I think maybe we should find out what has been happening in Oklahoma overnight. So let's go to the bow tie guy.
Wednesday, a Tulsa judge imposed a life sentence for Angel Proctor, 31, who was convicted of a 2013 kidnapping and homicide. Overnight, there were 17 earthquakes between Fairview and Waynoka, with one measuring 4.8. The U.S. Attorney Sanford Coates announced yesterday he would resign effective January 15th. And last night in sports, the Oklahoma City Thunder played the Memphis Grizzlies. Oklahoma City 112, Grizzlies 94. Tomorrow they will play Los Angeles Lakers at 9:30 p.m. It will air on ESPN. And that's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Stephen Ashley.
Did you remember the TV show? Thank you, Derrick. Remember the TV show Laugh In?
I do not. I do not.
It dates you and me. If I remember the show and you don't. Anyway, there was a guy named Gary Owen on Laugh-In, and that's kind of our version of the bow tie guy doing the news. So that's a good segment. Anyway, if you look at the old Laugh-In show, you'll see what Derrick was doing with the Oklahoma Minute. So speaking of news, I would like to remind everybody that the landfill is going to be open this Sunday, and I believe really the next Sunday, so the 10th and the 17th. And I know this brush and the tree limb debris, it's getting old, it's in the yards and stuff like that. And if you look at the Oklahoma City paper today, they are so far behind in Oklahoma City picking up the tree limb debris. And so people are really kind of getting tired from Thanksgiving looking at those tree limbs. But I assure you that Public Works and everybody in the world, the city of Enid, is working really hard in removing the tree limbs. However, if you have the capability of getting some tree limbs up in your truck or whatever, trailer, the landfill will be open this Sunday.
Yes.
I think it was 8 to 4, and also next Sunday from 8 to 4. Yeah, thanks, Ben, for putting that up there. So again, crews are working and across our community trying to clean things up. So
We're working so hard.
we need to bring up the cows. That's what, Sarah, when Sarah was here last year, she called our Holstein cows Hastings cows. So we can call them a variety of things, but see, there they are.
But they're still the cows.
They're still the cows. So asksteve@enid.org, what can people do with that email address?
Any comments, questions, pictures, anything going on in Enid that they want to be known, that they think would be interesting, we are happy to have all of that. You know, we encourage it. We love seeing your pictures, any events that you go to, you know, just anything. Any comments or suggestions for, you know, maybe some new clothing attire for Steve, anything.
I've had this suit since the 8th grade. What's wrong with it?
Nothing, Steve, it's great.
I was that big in the 8th grade. Yeah. Well, I've had it a long time. My mom told me,
It's fared well.
You buy good stuff, it'll hold up for a long
It'll
time.
last.
So anyway, so send it to asksteve@enid.org. And if you have, you know, we're always looking for breakfast food. So if you have any recipes for pancakes, send them our way. Or if you want to deliver pancakes to the studio, we'd appreciate that as well.
We do welcome that. We welcome any and all deliveries.
Because Ashley, one of her new goals or resolutions is to keep her weight up for the year.
Right.
So
I've got to stay warm, Steve. It's cold.
Gotta help her out. It's 7:37. Good morning, Enid. Thank you for joining us. High today is going to be around 51. However, we've got a fog advisory all the way up to 9 o'clock this morning, so please drive safely. And there is a 30% chance of rain, and Ashley is prepared because she's already told us she has her umbrella for us.
Trusty umbrella.
Yeah.
I do. Well, Steve, a lot of new things are coming our way in 2016. We're so excited. A lot of new people around. We're welcoming some people back as well. So let's check out this new segment that we have with Brooke.
Good morning, Enid. I am so excited to be with you guys. We've got a lot of great events coming to the Enid Event Center and Convention Hall in 2016. Starting up in January, on Sunday the 17th, we've got the Weddings with Elegance show. So if you know anybody who's been here, who's been engaged this season, or any vendors, definitely contact Eagle Marketing. Next, we've got the 92nd annual Skelter Tournament. That is something that we're very, very proud of here in Enid because it is the longest running basketball tournament in the country. Very excited about that. And then later on in the month, we've got Disney Live. Very, very, very fun event for the kids and adults too. Anybody who's, you know, been around watching Disney will be very excited about this event. Rapunzel is going to be making her debut, so that's something very unique. And then February, we've got Harlem Globetrotters, and that's going to be on February 4th at 7 p.m. So bring the whole family out for that event. It's going to be a great time. Then going into April, we are going to actually, if you can promise to keep a secret, we're actually going to be making an announcement at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning on KOFM. So be listening, and you're going to find out what 2 artists we're going to be bringing to town. And that's going to be on Wednesday, April 13th. That announcement, again, will be tomorrow morning. Thank you, and back to you, Steve and Ashley.
Very good. All right. That was Brooke Bode, so we enjoy Brooke. Brooke is back as her segment, and she will fill us in on all the great events. Now, you got two small children.
I do.
Is Disney on the horizon, or the Globetrotters, or both, or all of the above?
Both. I've got a little girl who will be completely over the moon about the princesses, Rapunzel, and then my little boy, we're going to go to the Globetrotters, and I'm excited about that one as well because I went to the Globetrotters when I was in junior high, I think.
As old as you are, that you went to
As
the Globe.
old as I am.
Wow.
I know, I'm getting up there.
Well, anyway, Brooke is back as the segment, and she'll keep us updated on all the
Yes.
events that's taking place. And this may surprise you, but I have a 7-year-old grandson. And we went to see the Globetrotters, so, because I remember as a kid going to Globetrotters as well. So,
Yes.
and anyway, exciting times.
They
Good morning.
They were around when you were a kid?
Yes, they came over with, was it Columbus? You know,
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
On those 3 ships that came
That
over,
makes
something
sense.
like that. The Globetrotters.
They'd
were-
have basketball.
Yeah, they did. They shot hoops on the deck of the ships, that's for sure. It's 7:41. Good morning, Enid. Now we have time to listen to one of our department head videos that features Linda Parks, the city clerk office, busy group, and they do a lot of things for us. And we'll listen to Linda, and we'll be right back with our special guest.
Hello, my name is Linda Parks, and I serve as Enid's city clerk. The city clerk is responsible for the care of the official records and documents of the city and for providing and maintaining legal and historical records and information. The city clerk also coordinates all municipal and special elections held by the city, coordinates the annual board and commission recruitment process, administers a citywide records management program, and coordinates the updating of the Enid municipal and zoning codes. The City Clerk's Department receives all water utility payments and issues contractor and miscellaneous business licenses, alarm, garage sale, and park shelter permits. If I can be of assistance to you, please contact me at the number provided on our website. Thank you.
That was Linda Parks, our city clerk. Again, they have such a busy office. We're so thankful for the ladies in the office. If you guys may have noticed, I kind of lost my right-hand guy over here, Steve. Jamara is out this week at a training, so she is greatly missed, but Steve graciously has volunteered to do our interview segment today, and so we are going to jump over to Steve and our city manager, Jerald Gilbert.
Very good. Thank you, Ashley. Good morning, Enid. It's 7:42. Holding steady at 42 degrees. Gerald, City Manager Jerald Gilbert. Happy New Year to you. Welcome back to Good Morning, Enid. You know, you kicked off our series 50-some shows ago, a year ago. Does it seem like 12 months?
It doesn't seem like it's been that long.
It's a blur.
But I do remember that show, and if I remember right, I think by popular demand, I've been back 3 or 4 times. So I didn't want to disappoint my viewers out there in 2016. Appreciate you having me back on.
You bet. Well, right off the bat, Gerald, the first year that probably felt like it was 6 months instead of 12 months. What did you learn about yourself and the role?
Well, you know, Steve, there's a couple things. And it's funny because sometimes it felt like 18 months instead of 12 months. So I'm working on a comedian routine after this, so maybe I'll come back sometime there. 2 things. One is you can't please all the people all the time. There's 500 employees, 7 commissioners, 50,000 people. It's very difficult, so obviously that can't be the goal. But even more importantly, I think that life is about relationships. And I think the city of Enid, being the city manager, or in your role or any role in the city, I think relationships are important with the people that live here, obviously with the commissioners and employees. And certainly that's what I've tried to focus on, and that's what's been one of the most rewarding parts of this job.
Very good. Well, as you know, that we're able to televise and live stream the study sessions, the MAPC meetings, and also the city commission meetings throughout the year. We're able to do that by providing that on cable channel 12 and also 112. But we can live stream all of our city government meetings on enidtv.org. And the reason I say that is because on Tuesday of this week, during the study session, there was another Call Lake presentation. And I know water is always a concern and a topic of interest to everybody in Enid. Kind of give us a snapshot where we're at on the Call Lake proposal or the plan.
Okay, Steve, that'd be great. We're about 6 months into the design work for phase 1 of the Call Lake project. And about another 6 months to go. And some of the key achievements out of this phase of the project is to come out with the overall project plan and costs and and basically a project schedule. The thing that the status of the project right now, we're really at an exciting time. We just updated the commission, as you said, and in the next couple of meetings, we'll be taking more information and asking the commission to make some decisions that will impact further engineering, specifically things like the location of the terminal service or terminal storage reservoir, the water treatment plant, and the intake, where the intake will be at Caw Lake. So 3 very important decisions coming up very soon. Once the commission makes those, the engineering work will continue. We're working on the financing plan, so very early in the spring we'll be able to start laying out how we think we're going to be able to pay for this. And it's very important. We want to keep the citizens involved and informed during this. So on the website, you can go out to www.enid.org, and you can read about the Caw Lake. You can see the same update that the commission was given, right. And there's a Caw Lake. There's more Caw Lake information out there. So.
And as Jerald said, you can go to enid.org, and right there on the homepage we have all those slides from the presentation that are in place. You referred to keeping the public involved and so forth. What will be their role, say, later this year? Is there does there a vote come up on how to pay for this, or how does, we want everybody involved and informed on this Caw Lake project, but what does it mean for the public down the road?
Well, what it means for
besides watching all these decisions being made by the commission.
Well, what it means is at some point we've got to determine, right now it's estimated to be about a $300 million project. So as we put together our financing plan, we have some sources of revenue now, 1% sales tax, and we have utility rates that increase every year. And so we have a significant amount of that money, but we've got to determine that we have enough funding available. And so that is one way that the public may directly have input on this at some point. If it's determined that as part of the financing plan, the city needs to come and ask the citizens for some additional funds to pay for this. We certainly want the public to be comfortable with the project. We think it's important to the future of Enid. You can just read the news every day and watch TV and see the issues with water, and they're only going to grow in the future. Sure. So certainly if anybody out there has any questions about water, please contact the city. You can contact Ask Steve, you can contact me, you can contact engineering. We'd love to. The webmaster. We'd love to make sure, and in the future, some of the commissioners talked about, we want to make sure we're doing a good effort of reaching out to the public and keeping them informed. So if you have any ideas for us, Steve, or the public does, that'd be great. We're open to that.
Okay, I have none at this time.
Good.
Another topic of interest Tuesday evening this week was sidewalks. Why is it such a hot topic?
Sidewalks is a hot topic because we're looking to constantly improve the community, and one of the things that many of us think, and I think probably everybody generally agrees with, is that sidewalks make a neighborhood more walkable, more friendly, and downtown it'd be nice to improve the sidewalks, and it'd be nice to have sidewalks everywhere. The issue is that in many places of town there are sidewalks, but many places there aren't. So the question is, how do we get there? And that's where some of the controversy or the issues come, is not so much that people don't agree on sidewalks, but we have disagreements about what should trigger a sidewalk. And so we've had a sidewalk ordinance in place since 2009, and it's changed over time, and it's probably going to change again because the commission recognizes there may be some areas that need to be loosened up a little bit. For instance, what was talked about at the same study session were maybe an exemption for buildings that are built in agriculturally zoned areas. Obviously, that probably makes sense. We also went and looked at other communities like Lawton and Stillwater, Muskogee, some played more, I think, and looked to see what they were doing and looked to do some other things like maybe exempt accessory buildings. And many of the commissioners showed an interest in that. So probably at the next meeting they'll have an opportunity to vote on such an ordinance, and we'll be excited to tell the public about it. Hopefully that will solve some of the issues we've had. There's been 103 sidewalks that have been done or will be done in the last year, and 14 variances were granted. So while it seems like a high number of variances, there's been a higher number of sidewalks that have actually occurred.
And we will add that this is not unique to the Enid community. Across the state, there are communities that are building these sidewalks, and they're with hopes that they'll all eventually connect. So it's just not unique to Enid. We have less than a minute to go here, and I want to talk a little bit about the Enid Television Network with the emphasis and the technology and the expense, if you will, to putting all this in place. What comments are you hearing about with the MAPC and study session and the council meetings being live streaming on TV?
Well, I've heard several positive comments, Steve. but many times in the city, you don't get a lot of positive feedback. So when you're doing something right, 1 or 2 comments may tell you you're doing wonderful. 20 negative comments tells you probably need to look at something. But this is light years ahead of where we were 2 years ago or less with what we're doing, televising these meetings, trying to make city government more accessible to everybody in the public. So not only can you watch it right now live here, but you can watch this later as it's replayed, and you can watch those same way with the live meetings that are broadcast. I think it's fantastic, and I would expect in 2016 we'll try to do more if we can.
Absolutely. We have personal goals or professional goals here at ETN to raise the bar for 2016. So, well, Jerald, thanks for stopping by, and thanks for kicking off our first guest for 2016. Wish you the best in 2016.
Thanks. I
Thanks for
appreciate
being
it.
here.
It's wonderful to be here.
Well, good morning, Enid. It's 7:50, holding steady at 42 degrees. And remember that fog advisory is out there, so drive safely this morning as you venture out today. And now we want to hear from our assistant manager, city manager, Joan Riley.
Hello, my name is Joan Riley, and I serve as the Assistant City Manager for the City of Enid. I support the City Manager whenever he is away from the office, and I also serve as the liaison regarding intergovernmental relations within the city. As the Assistant City Manager, I work alongside many city departments that include the airport, golf course, public transportation, the event center, information and technology department, and our public library. Furthermore, I oversee departments such as our Community Development Block Grant Program. Finally, if I can be of assistance to you, please call me at the number listed on our website. Thank you.
Thank you, AJ. And is this your backyard, Ashley?
It is. You didn't know
Did you
that?
take that picture this morning or yesterday or whatever?
I think it might have been
So
yesterday.
you had a lot of snow out there on the, you live west of town, so the west 40, not the north
Yes,
40.
Right. We did. The roads are just now kind of starting to get a little bit better, but they, now with all this rain and the mist and the more snow this weekend possibly, I don't know.
I knew you live out in the country, but I didn't realize you had gotten that much snow out there. So,
Yeah, it's been fun.
Again, we want to remind everyone on the tree limb debris removal effort is still underway, and you can go to our website on the homepage. You can see our latest press release that specifically says the areas that the crews are working in. We appreciate your patience in this. I know areas across the state, even in the Oklahoma paper today, Oklahoma City paper today, they haven't even started in some areas, and it's just a massive effort. And I know it's difficult to be patient sometimes, and it's hard to imagine that the first storm started back in Thanksgiving.
I know.
So.
Time has just flown by.
Yeah. And keep in mind, the landfill will be open this Sunday and next Sunday, and I believe the time is from 8 to 4 o'clock, so keep that in mind if you have that opportunity to haul off some tree limbs. Did you have any
Absolutely.
damage out at your house?
Just, very minimal, so it wasn't bad. We got it cleaned up in about a day.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good.
So another thing going on this Sunday, Steve, I didn't know if you were aware, there's an open house at the fire station, the new
That's
fire
right.
station number 4.
Number 4.
Yes, so, if you're not doing anything on Sunday, we welcome you to come down 1 to 4 this Sunday. Check out the new fire station over on, I think it's on Hoover?
801 South Hoover.
Yes.
And it replaces the one that was at 22-something West O&K Garriott. So anyway, 1 to 4 this Sunday, so yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah.
Well, let's find out again. And in case you haven't heard what happened overnight in the news, the Thunder won. Thank goodness, they're back on the winning track. So let's go with the bow tie guy, Derrick, in the Oklahoma Minute.
Well, Wednesday, a judge imposed a life sentence for Angel Proctor, 31, who was convicted of a 2013 kidnapping and homicide. U.S. Attorney Sanford Coates announced yesterday he will resign effective January 15. And overnight, there were 17 earthquakes between Fairview and Waynoka, with one measuring 4.8. And Oklahoma City Thunder played the Memphis Grizzlies with the score 112-94. Tomorrow they will take on the Los Angeles Lakers at 9:30 p.m. and it will air on ESPN. That's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Steve and Ashley.
That's such a great look. Boy, that takes me back to laugh-in days. That was such a funny show.
I'm going to have to look it up. I am going to have to look
Now,
it
see,
up.
my older sisters told me about Laugh-In. It's not that I witnessed watching that.
Sure.
I have 2 older sisters, and I use them as much as I can.
Of course,
To say, well,
of course.
you know,
That's what siblings are good for, right?
yeah, that's true.
Well, Steve, the 3-day forecast coming in this weekend, it's looking to cool down, possibly some snow. I mean, I know that I'm going to be staying inside, just hanging out.
Looks like you already have enough snow in your backyard. That looks
I
like
know,
more
I
snow.
know.
Hopefully it's not snow, but look at that, 16 degrees. Ooh,
Yes.
Well, it's January, that's expected. And let's see if we can have our statewide map up, just so if you're planning to take a trip down to Hugo. You ever been to Hugo, Ashley?
I have not.
It's really pretty down the southeast part of the state, a lot of trees, just gorgeous. But you can see the temperature variations right now from the cold 20-some degrees out in the Panhandle to all the way over to Tahlequah and the Illinois River, 44 degrees. But for today here in Enid, high today is going to be around 51. It's going to be a cloudy day. Again, there's that 30% chance of a shower. And well, I know we have some pilots that watch the show out at Vance, and right now our winds are out of the south-southeast because they're always interested in that wind, and it's around 8 miles per hour. That's what they told me. Said they always like to know about that. So it's 7:56. The radar, I don't know if we can get that up, but we can let people know that we're pretty safe now, even though we've got that 30% chance of rain today, but way out in the eastern part of the state, in green country, as they call it, and you can see where the rain's at. So it's all moved way, way to the east. Right. So are you going to that open house at the fire station?
I'm not sure yet.
My
Steve.
grandson loves fire trucks. Of course,
Yes.
he's 7, bright red, you know, and anyway,
It's always
not that
exciting.
he'll be up to see that, but yeah, it's exciting. So that'll be 1 to 4 this Sunday.
Absolutely.
Well, Brooke Bode is with Spectra, and she's joined us this year. What do you know
Yes.
about Brooke?
Brooke,
You know
well,
anything about her? Did you do any
I don't.
character background checks or anything?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not
we're
yet.
still, you know, kind of feeling her out a little bit. But
Okay.
we're glad that she is back. Happy to have her here and, you know, giving us more information about the event center and things coming, new, old, you know, what we can expect. Hopefully we can get people out there and more involved and, you know, just let everybody know what's going on. So why don't we go ahead and go and talk to Brooke and see what's going on.
Good morning, Enid. I'm so excited to be here and let you guys know what's going on at the Enid Event Center and Convention Hall in 2016. On Sunday, January 17th, we have the Weddings with Elegance show. So if you know anyone that recently got engaged, that would be a great event to go to. Then something Enid is super proud of, as they should be, the 92nd annual Skelter tournament. Definitely is the longest running basketball tournament in the country. Then following right after that, we've got Disney Live. Rapunzel's making her debut, so that's going to be a great, fun one for the kids. After that, we've got the Harlem Globetrotters. So I know that's something Ashley and Steve both enjoy, as I haven't been, but I'm really looking forward to seeing it this year. Lastly, we've got a teaser for you guys, so just, you know, keep it quiet, but tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., we're going to be having an announcement for a new concert. So that's going to be Wednesday, April 13th. So be listening to see who's coming.
Very good, Brooke. Thank you very much. I'd like to remind everybody and just say thank you for all your efforts last year. We were able to bring a lot of pets on the set. And at 249-4910, I think is the number. And we want to go through the effort again this year.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Find a lot of pets' homes. So 249-4910 is the number. We have a pet promo that we typically show at this time, and we'll show it next week. But still, just remember 580-249-4910. A lot of pets that need homes for the new year. So,
Absolutely.
Ashley, great job.
Yes, Steve.
I think that's what they do. I don't know. I'm so old. I don't know. But anyway, I thought I'd try it.
You're on the
any-
right path. You're on
Okay.
the right path.
All right. Make it a great day, everyone.